Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. This is Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show, and this is podcast episode 266. Before I get started, I just wanted to do a couple things, little house business stuff. This is the week of July 4th, or preceding the July 4th week, and July 4th this year is on a Monday. And I'm going to advise anybody that's delivering mail, do not set your mail in the mail Thursday or Friday of this week. You may not get the call volume you were hoping for because of the long holiday weekend. So, again, if you have any mail that's going out Thursday or Friday of this week, you may want to hold off on that until next week. That would be the 5th, and then fall forward from there. The other thing is just wanted to talk a little bit about the coaching program. We are adding all kinds of cool and exciting things, and we have a real big announcement this Friday. We're adding another thing to it. But currently it is $247 a month for 6 months, or $1197 one time for 6 months. We have 52 classes a month so far. We're always adding. We have an accountability coach that we assign to you that just talks to you a lot, just holding you accountable, making sure you have the resources and the information you need to succeed. That's important to us. There's like 60 or so videos and audios and all that kind of good stuff to listen and read to and watch. But the reality is you and I get to talk a lot. There's a CRM, which is cool. Man, it is absolutely outstanding. We have now started, and we added recently for the people in the coaching program that they can actually get into our call center and have us start answering their phones for them. Kind of exciting. I like that. I really do. You know, one of the roadblocks, especially when you're beginning your investment career, is just having the time to answer the phone and knowing what to say right. Well, I have a whole call center that I have that's inside my building. They work for me, answering my phones when my phone rings, and I make my phone ring a lot. And so I thought I'd share that with my coaching students, so that's kind of a cool thing. And then, of course, we have the new exciting addition that we're going to talk about on Friday. So if you're wanting to get into a coaching program, take a look at it and let us know. Here we go on the podcast. It's 5 questions. Remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. Question number 1. How does one respond when the buyer asks, what price did you get this property for when wholesaling? Well, it doesn't matter. I got it for a great price. You're getting it for a great price. Now, it doesn't matter if I tell them or if I don't tell them, because it doesn't matter. I got it for less. That's all you have to tell them. The only time that it would matter is if the wholesaler doesn't, or the person you're selling it to, doesn't understand real estate. Then you have the wrong buyer. The buyer that's getting a good deal is a buyer that's getting a good deal, right? It doesn't matter. Yeah, got a good for a good price. You looking for more? That kind of thing. And because if you sell something at 65 cents on the dollar, let's face it, and you get your wholesale fee. Now, it's not an assignment fee. Assignment is not wholesaling. Wholesaling is buying low, selling low. Assigning is getting a house under contract for a highly reduced value, selling that contract at a highly reduced value. So there is difference, which is why I like wholesaling, which is buying low, selling high. We're actually, get this, guys and gals, this is going to be a fun one. We're buying a house in like 4 hours away from me. So it's still in California. It's a rehab. You know, I've been saying for a long time I love wholesaling because you don't have to do anything to it. You just buy it, you sell it, you make a bucket load of money. And I could do that on this one. The numbers, I'm buying it at 60 cents on the dollar, and it's a pretty good price tag. So the 40 cents that I could sell it for, yeah, I could do good. But there's the upside of that is about another $85,000. And I want to do it so I can talk about it, so I can help you guys learn how to do it. And it's going to be virtual. So I'm going to do a virtual rehab flip. So I'm never going to see the property. I'm never going to meet the seller. I'm never going to meet the contractors. But we're going to do a virtual rehab flip and make another $85,000. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have a pretty good chunk change on that one. Man, I'm closing one this week where, actually I'm closing them 2 or 3 this week. Oh my goodness. They've all got pretty good numbers in them. This is fun stuff. Buying and selling houses is fun stuff. Question number 2. Sorry, I got off on the tangent. But getting back to the question number 1. What do you say? I got it for a good price. Did you want another one? Question number 2. Do you ever go over and explain each paragraph of the 9-page contract all the time? I think it's prudent. You have to explain, paraphrase explain, not attorney explain. Gosh, did I just use that word the wrong way? Not an attorney explanation, but a common person explanation. And I always tell them, I'm not an attorney. I just thought it would be nice to go over the contract that we're going to use today. And there's a lot of times when they're on the fence, they're not sure if they're going to go on my side or they're just going to stay put. Then I'll pull out the contract. I said, let's go over the contract we're going to use today when I buy your house. They look at each other, look at me, okay. And I start filling it out. Sometimes they'll go, Mike, what are you doing, filling that out? I said, yes, sir. I just know by the time I get done, you're going to see that I'm responsible and professional, and I'm not keeping any or hiding anything from you. Because my contract, my 9-pager, man, it calls for all kinds of things. That I can market it, I can put it on the MLS, I'm going to make a huge amount of profit, I can assign it if I want to. There's a penalty if they try to get out of the contract of 25% or $50,000, whichever is greater. There's all kinds of stuff in there that holds everybody into the game. But you have to have that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. It only takes like 20 minutes. My goodness.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. While door knocking, I came across a potential seller. After I did more research, I realized the numbers only worked if I offered less than what he said was his lowest price. When I talked to him again and asked why he was selling, he said, because you came to me. I feel like I lost my leverage. How do I proceed with my offer? Well, you make your offer. There's an underlying, let's face it, I don't care how good we are. I could not go knock on a door. Now, I'm pretty good. I think I'm really good. But I could not knock on a door, knock, step back 6 feet, look up the street. And when they open the door, say, hey, my name is Michael Quarles with I Buy Houses. We're looking for 3- and 4-bedroom homes in your neighborhood and just wondering if you know any of your neighbors that's planning on moving. And they say, well, we are. No, I can't. I can't convince them. I can't, if they don't have a reason, they're not going to say that. So if they say that, there's an underlying reason. So it's not because I knocked on their door. It's because they've been thinking about it. But let's assume they want to play that game a little bit. It's my fault, because I knocked. They just need to be touched a couple more times. Send them a postcard, send them a letter, keep talking to them. But don't name your price. If the lowest that they'll go doesn't fit the price that you can pay for it, say thank you. At the moment, the price that you're willing to sell the house for doesn't fit within my business model, doesn't qualify. If things change, I'll be continuing to keep in touch with you, but give me a shout out. And if you know anybody that's looking to sell a house, please let them know about me. That's all you do. Yeah, that's all you do. You don't lose position power. You just realize, hey, that's just one of the people. That's one of the, you got to talk to, so many people before you get an opportunity. I mean, my goodness, it's not like we're, shooting ducks in a pond or something. I don't even know where that expression came from. I bet you there's a bunch of duck advocates out there going, man, you shouldn't say that anymore. It's probably politically correct. So we're not going to say that anymore. Question number 4. I found some absentee owner properties, and it seems while searching through the records, one of the properties belonged to a person that goes to the church I used to attend. I was thinking I might skip the yellow letters and ask someone else I know about how to contact her. I wanted to know your thoughts on this. Well, I wouldn't skip the yellow letter. I wouldn't skip the postcard, professional letter, zip contract, none of those things. But I'd absolutely find out how to get a hold of her, okay? I mean, my goodness, people, this is our job. It's what we do. We look for that opportunity that needs us to find them. They don't know how to find us, so through marketing, and marketing is also sweat marketing, it's paid marketing, so yellow letters, postcards, that's paid marketing. But sweat marketing is, hey, doing your due diligence, finding the person. Find them. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And, you might know them really well. Maybe you just didn't know their name, but when you see them, you'll recognize them. My goodness. Guys and gals, as a real estate investor, as an entrepreneur, we need to be telling everybody that we know on purpose that we do what we do. And if we have people that help us, we need to ask them to tell everybody they know that we do what we do. I mean, how many times have you asked the person that answers your phone to get out their cell phone and say, hey, Betty, hey, Johnny, will you tell everybody in your cell phone right now, today, that you work for a company that buys and sells houses, and if they know anybody that's looking to buy or sell a house, to keep us in mind? When have you done that? If you haven't, shame on us. Let's do it. Question number 5. Do you have a recommendation for a good book on sales that would be considered really effective for real estate investors? Gosh, for sales? E-Myth? Pitch Anything? The Bible? Although, gosh, I hope that one didn't sound good, but I always think the Bible's the best book to read from a real estate investment perspective. Because let's face it, folks, if you don't follow those guidelines, you're probably doing it wrong. I actually answered this question on Bigger Pockets when they had me on I think the first podcast they had me on. I have done 2. And so they had their little, what's your favorite book for real estate? And I said, the Bible. They actually edited that out. I thought, wow, is it like politically incorrect to be a Christian? To believe in God? Is it so bad that you can't say on a public forum, in a podcast, that you believe in God and that the book that you think is the most important is the Bible? Wow. I was just shocked. But anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. I appreciate you guys. I really do. If you like the program, jump on up to iTunes, give me a review. It really does help. We'll fall forward. And keep in mind about the coaching program. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.